In fact, there is no man who helps a woman out of the goodness of his heart without expecting something in return. And that's true.
There have been several conversations about women having it better than men. On today's episode of Pulse Hot Takes, we'll be discussing this narrative as well as giving opinions on certain and several trending topics. My name is Elvis Christian and I am alone, quote unquote, in the studio. Christabel is not here. She went to go and see man. But I have, amazing people here with me today on the show. They have a beautiful Mel. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
All right, so introduce yourself.
Once again, lovely to be here, guys. It's Mel Rouge.
I like the outfit. It's
Thank
outfitting.
you. What can we do? What can we do?
It's giving
Starship,
energy.
no.
What can we do? What can we do? Thank
Male
you,
middles do it.
All right, so we have a new face.
Yeah.
New quote unquote too. Yeah, because he's always around, but we don't ever see him.
Yeah, I'm always at the back of the cameras.
Yeah, it's nice to have you on the show.
Yeah.
So let's get to meet you.
Okay, my name is Director Tam. I'm a creative director, filmmaker, influencer, whatever you want to call me.
Influencer.
Yeah, entertainment
Allegedly.
entrepreneur, whatever you want to say. Just flex, man. All around entertainment creative. Yeah.
That's nice. So Kimmy K, let's meet you.
Hey guys, I'm Kimmy K, a media personality, and I'm gonna tell Christabel what you said.
No, you should tell her. She knows every time she's not around. She knows that is the truth. Anyway, so let's jump right into the topic of the day. Do we think that women have it better than men? Because people might argue that women have certain privileges. Yes, there is pretty privilege falls for some men, but it falls more for more women than it affects men. So do you think women have it easy? Because a lot of guys say, "Oh, if I was a babe, I'll just have some guy that will bankrolling me and I'll be soft."
Easy?
Right? So do you think women have it, have it better than men?
As a Nigerian woman, born in Nigeria, living in Nigeria, life is already leading you 10-0. And this is facts. So many people will say that there's a lot of advantages to being a woman, being pretty, having it all is like, I don't know, for many people, they feel like as a woman, once you're out on the road, like money is falling down on you. But it's not true. In fact, the concept of female privilege is a myth. Don't you think so?
Nope.
I do think that women do enjoy some privileges, but I don't think I would want to call it. Yeah, women do enjoy privileges.
And I disagree. I feel like female privilege is just a myth, and then there is nothing that a woman does and gets it for free. Like women do not. There is nothing like men will say, "Oh, women do this, get into the clubs for free, do this and that for free." But there's really nothing that you are doing for free. In fact, if a man is helping out a woman, chances are he's helping her out because he wants something from her. In fact, there is no man who helps a woman out of the goodness of his heart without expecting something in return. And that's true.
That's not true.
That's true.
I disagree.
Value exchange.
But see, yeah, the whole
What do you mean by value exchange?
Women don't get in.
What do you think?
I just wanted to call to one thing. It says like women don't get, or women are getting things for free. Literally on the flyers on posters, we see men 5K, women free.
Bruh.
Like
Because the women are the commodity in the parties.
Bruh.
They're attracting so many women to come into the parties, saying it's for free because they want the men to come in there, spend money and meet the women. It's not free. There is no man that is going to help you. There's no man that's going to help a woman do something without expecting something in return, like wanting to sleep with her. And we know it. It's
Not
fact.
every time.
that's a lie.
It's facts.
I disagree. I strongly disagree with
Every
that.
time.
My take on this is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there are some things that women enjoy, but it's been like blown way out of proportion. Like men say it as if like women wake up and we're just floating, like we're floating. We don't have to work for anything. Don't have to think. So it's blown out of proportion. I don't believe, whilst it's true that yes, a number of men may help you because they want to get something, not all guys do that. Now I don't. And this is from personal experience. Everyone can talk from their own POV, but not every man that helps you is because they want to sleep with you and into your pants. Yes, of course, there's always going to be people that do that, and that's just cheap. It's normal. But being a woman is not a walk in the park. I mean, being a man is not a walk in the park neither. But no, like we can enjoy some things, but no, it isn't. I just feel like men blow it out of proportion. Like we just wake up. And to be honest, in relationships, most of the compromise falls on the woman's lap, not on the man's. Okay. So I don't agree with it fully, but I get the point.
All right. So I do feel like women do benefit has some certain privileges, but in my opinion, in the grand scheme of things, at the end of the day, what is it really? What privileges are these things, right? Pretty privilege can take you so far, but I don't know how well it would keep you.
You have
there.
to have a brain, whether
You
you're
understand?
fine or not.
Yeah.
You
I
have
think-
to
I
have a
think,
brain.
honestly,
It will
I
not
just
prettiness will not keep you in the room. It can get you indoors. It will not keep you in the
That's
room.
all some people need to get into the room.
Exactly.
So that's the privilege aspect we're talking about. I
But
guess.
as a man, on the other hand, right? As a man, I do know that automatically there are certain things that I can do and get away with.
Like,
Example.
Example,
Like
I can
sleep around
not
And
necessarily,
not be judged for
and
it.
not be judged for it.
not necessarily.
you still call your
That
shower
happens.
deadlift.
That men do enjoy that.
Men are not called as
But
showers.
where I was going to is that as a man, I feel like as a man, I can decide to chase career and chase achievements for the better half of my
Of
youth.
course.
And when I am 50, I am still a prized possession.
You're actually
And
more prized than 50.
you understand? Then I can still go and find a very young wife and start a family. And society kind of like lets me, walk away. Maybe a slap on the wrist. You're too old, you understand, to start a family. But women don't enjoy that privilege, yeah? Because if a woman pursues achievements and, school and work, and she spends a lot of time doing that while she's still chasing that, everybody's against her.
Yeah.
Because they feel like every woman, every girl is born a homemaker. So
And you are judged for it. And to be honest, like some women, I feel like some women are born mums. Like for example, like myself, yes, I'm a career woman, but from age 10, I've always known that I want to be a mum someday, right? In the future. Some women don't want to be mums and you're judged, especially in Africa, I've noticed. In the UK, it isn't so much. Like people aren't judged. If you want to be a career woman, like do your thing.
do your thing, yeah.
But here, oh my gosh, where's your husband? Where's your children? It's a big deal. But with men, and also men are not called as showers. That's a lie. And also, I feel men actually increase in value as they age.
I agree.
So
I feel like in 2024,
unfortunately,
you can
that
say
isn't
same
the case
thing
for
about
women.
I feel like in 2024, you can say the same thing about women. If she's
What can we
taking
say
care
about
of
women?
herself, like the value increases when she gets older. Because like presently, you hear a lot of young boys swindling to the other side instead of being more attracted to younger women. You find young guys like us being more attracted.
What do you
to
think?
older
Do
women.
you think that these men
So,
are
like-
the majority?
Aren't these?
It's not, I'm not saying it's the majority, it's relative. That's what I'm saying. Like life is relative. Like
Can I
nothing is
ask
black
you an
and
honest
white.
question though? For the majority of guys that are attracted to men, the women that are older, why is that?
Because she takes care of herself.
And
She's
then
attractive.
Sugar
Okay,
mommy.
like popular opinion, yeah. Popular opinion is because the sugar mommy thing. But I'm talking like
Exactly.
it's mad. I'm going to say this in
Exactly.
public.
Do
Yeah?
men really
But
in-
I'm talking from a personal point of view. Like I'm a very young guy, but I find myself being attracted to people that are more mentally and more, even age-wise, mature than me. Like just
you think
naturally,
younger
like,
women
it's not
are
even
not-
about
so you-
money.
so do you think
I'm attracted to like that classy vibe, that
Okay.
strength, that
So-
you know.
So
So
if
are
I
you
hear
saying
you,
it's
so
a-
if I hear you
it's an
correctly, so you mean
intellectual thing?
younger women are less intellectual, younger women are less classy,
You're
younger
putting words
women
in my
are
mouth.
less.
You're putting words in my mouth there.
So you said the reason why you like older women is because they are more mature.
Yeah, they
So
are
do you
more.
mean younger
They have
are-
more experience in that aspect of life.
But
So
also-
like all those things just tend to be sweeter.
And also, we need to define value because value is different things.
Yes,
Now,
that's what I want to
not
ask
just
you. When you
financial.
say
We
men
need to define
increase
value.
in value
Yeah.
as they age, I don't agree. Like, what exactly
so
do you mean by value? Is it money?
No, so I agree. And let me explain. So in the vast majority of women, now it depends on what you classify as value. Because for a woman, if as a man you see a woman, you want to have kids, you want to have a family, naturally, of course, as we age as women, that's natural and biology. And to be honest, some men, and that's why as well, there's a trend where younger women now have older husbands, older boyfriends, 5, 10, 15, some even 20 years gap difference because they're attracted to them intellectually. And to be honest, for a number of men, this is not even in Nigeria, this is a global thing. For a number of men, when they're in their 30s, they're still building themselves, making their career, they're building. For a number of men, this is stats supported. By the time they get to like 40s, they become like higher up in a company, they're this, they're that. And
They've achieved, basically.
and for a number of women, it's evident you'd rather marry that kind of person. Now, for women, it depends on what you see as value. Like I said, you just said as a man, and I'm not a man, and I don't date women, so you know. you like older women. Why? Because you feel like they're more intellectual.
Just the experience. I just feel like.
But then what purview are you looking at? If you wanted to settle down, it's okay, I want to settle down, I want to have a family, I want to build, would you still go for that older woman?
Not necessarily.
Why?
Because you think that she won't be as fertile as the younger one because you want to start a family.
Well, man, like, I can't say. I honestly can't even say it, to be honest. Like, I don't know what my future holds. I'm a very spontaneous person. So like, I don't.
So you want to say something?
No, I'm still not getting what she means by men increase in value as they age. Because if you want to bring up,
are you saying that men decrease?
Chill. If you want to bring up biology, there's facts that a man's sperm, the quality of a man's sperm decreases as he ages. So the child the child he's giving birth to when he's in his 50s, his 60s is likely going to be like not so quality. But everything, so like what not so what does that mean, if they want to be like women when women age, they decrease in value, or their eggs are like this and that. Biology is also saying that as men increase in age, the quality of their sperm decreases. So what exactly is the value? And if you want to bring up money, and I'm gonna use like Nigeria as a case study, if you want to bring up money, how many of them are even making the money as it is?
I only go back.
How many of them are even climbing the companies or climbing like the ranks of leadership as it is?
So are you saying that men decrease and women decrease as they age? What are you saying?
I'm not saying that men decrease as they age, but it's not the way society tries to make it seem. Like, so when you get an older man, when you get an older man, like it's like, oh, you've gotten someone of higher value. A fool at 40 is still a fool forever.
I think that's a fallacy, because experience, opinions, and everything, it depends on your experience, your purview, what you have seen. Anyone can use stats to support any point. Stats can be manipulated. But what I'm saying is that for the vast majority, a number of women believe, or it's like you said, society believe that, okay, cool. Because if that wasn't the case, this talk wouldn't even be relevant.
So what I think Kimmy is trying to say is that if you get a man that is older, you're not guaranteed a better man,
of course,
a successful man. So like, it's a raffle, really. So when they say men get increased value when they are older, it's not every man.
But nothing is absolute.
As a matter of fact, it is, they're in the minority. Because,
for example, our politicians now, most of them, they're in their 50s, 60s, 70s,
but
80s.
What is value? Let's actually, like, we're talking about value. What is
value to you?
Yeah,
so let's quickly, before we move to that, what is value to you? What is value to you? What is value to you? Quickly, one sentence.
I feel like, to me, so value is seen different. Now, it depends on what I want to do. If I'm dating someone, the kind of value that I want is different from marriage. So marriage, we have to have the same beliefs, want the same things in life. I would have the same achievements. So if I want children, do you want kids? Are you? I'm a believer. Do you like those things are values to me? So and character, because you can have all the money in the world, you can have all the jets in the world. If your character doesn't align with, it's no value. So that's what my values are. Yeah.
So do you think that you have better chances getting these values in an older person or younger person?
You can get it in anyone. Okay. Because that's the thing. It's a disingenuous argument. Why? Because nothing in life is absolute. In young people, it's not absolute. In old, it's not absolute. In men, it's not. There's no absolute thing in life.
All right.
Everything is relative.
All right. So
it just depends.
Value is anything that has.
I was giving social studies.
Civic education. I'm trying to remember my civic education.
You should just get like,
an exact
when looking at a partner, like a person that you want to be with, what do you think are those values that you think that you'd like?
Someone I can grow with, obviously, because I'm a very ambitious person, and I'm not trying to waste time, like spend my money that I don't really have now, following things I don't really understand.
Yeah, I get
and
that.
They're telling me that you have to bring 20 million or 50 million, blah, 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 blah.
Not you, shade.
I'm not saying anybody, I'm just talking. I'm just trying. So like, so it's just value. That's what value is for me. It's just someone I can really grow with in life, man. I just want to be a great person so bad. And yeah, that's what it is.
Nice. I mean, like, for me, when you say someone is of value, it means that person is of quality. And I think that sometimes our Nigerian definition of value is sort of limited to just money. If you say someone is valuable, it means that person has money to spend or that person has resources. But I think it goes way beyond that. And at the end of the day, value will always mean like different things to different people. What you value is different from what I value.
100%.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move. So now I feel like we've been arguing who's not, this person is not benefiting, who's not benefiting. Do you think anyone generally, do you think as a woman, do you think men have it easier? Or do you think you as a woman have it easier?
No, I think it's hard. Both people, both genders have a lot to deal with. So I would never want to be a man, but being a woman is not a walk in the park too. So both.
You wouldn't have it any other way.
No, I know being a woman.
On Instagram,
I wouldn't want to be a man. No day.
On X, yeah, I see a lot of guys be like, bruh, if I was a baddie, I'd probably be like a very hot girl and have men bankroll me, because let's not lie.
They bankroll. Bankrolling is part of the economy in the country.
Let's be honest. It's how we distribute wealth in this country. Bankrolling.
Sugar daddy has held Nigeria's economy.
Sugar daddy is the only women that have sugar
daddies.
daddies. Men have sugar daddies. No, men have sugar daddies too.
Sugar daddies.
Sugar daddies.
Men have sugar daddies too.
Yes. Men have sugar daddies. So when you say people being bankrolled, let's not act like women are just in one place.
It's popular.
If you are pretty, man or woman, if you are sexy, if you have some sort of appeal, right, you will find someone to bankroll you.
Yeah, to be fair.
Or give you some sort of privilege.
We like to throw bankroll. It's like,
and how many people anyway?
Who's really even bankrolling these people?
How many people anyway though?
Who's not bankrolling these people?
No, my point is, of course, I know that the sugar daddy, sugar mommy industry in Lagos is booming. Right?
Where are the stats?
But you understand? No, it's booming.
Tell us now. Do you know where?
Based off conversations we've seen online.
No, but Elvis.
I mean, a young girl was just saying that someone she can get 20 million naira for just saying hi. And there's someone else that came out and said that 20 million naira is too little. That you shouldn't price yourself that
These are
low.
the teens.
So I think, right, that this whole bankrolling thing, yes, I'm not going to negate that it exists, but I think that because those stories are the loudest, how many people are getting bankrolled really in the whole of Nigeria?
Choke. Why are we acting
You don't really choke like that.
What are these stats?
No, I'm saying choke.
Wait.
So there's how many, that's why I said, because their stories are the loudest or the profiles are the loudest, right? But really, in how many people in Nigeria, how many people are getting bankrolled really?
Okay, so bankrolling does it determine the size? Bankrolling, does it have to be like 20 million, 10 million, 50 million?
Yes, now if a man is giving you,
if you have a sponsor,
if your sugar daddy is giving you 30K, you should go out.
He's bankrolling too now.
What?
Still bankrolling.
Minimum spend.
But that one is still bankrolling too, man.
No, but the point
It's
is,
not too much,
he's saying about like having a sponsor. Even if you want to bring it down to a sponsor in Nigeria, how many people have sponsors?
Let me state something about this bankrolling conversation. Any man complaining about any woman balling and saying that she's being bankrolled is just jealous. And we know that a lot of Nigerian men are very jealous of women. The jealousy is very evident, especially like, let's bring it to like Big Brother now, and the guys complaining that the women are always winning, getting more opportunities. And I feel like that conversation stems from jealousy, because are they not working? Do you not see them working, putting in efforts, doing this and that? And if you just say that, oh, this baby's balling, I think she's being bankrolled, it's just a spirit of jealousy. And I implored you to go and get delivered, because it's not good. Get deliverance.
But do you believe that statement is a truth to every rumor?
What's the rumor? What's the rumor?
Sometimes, see that thing where there's smoke, there's fire. Sometimes fire don't get anywhere.
Sometimes
they use a smoke machine. A smoke machine that someone is putting somewhere.
And to be honest, a man who wakes up as a man, you're a male. You wake up, you say, okay, I'm going to brush my teeth, I'm going to do my prayers, I'm going to go to my phone, and I'm going to type. These women are getting. You are lazy
and a loser.
Like, what are you doing?
An influencer.
So one thing I want to say about this whole Big Brother thing is that one thing I know about influencer culture, people would often graffiti to people that are working hard, and we can see evidence. So if you come outside to say that so girl is getting money and deals because of the men in her life, I think is a very unfair assessment. Yeah, because I've been in close proximity to these influencers, these people that come out of reality TV shows, not just Big Brother. You understand? Reality TV shows, and the next thing they do is that reality TV to influencer pipeline. I see that people hustle, right? And
people or women?
Everybody hustles. Everybody hustles.
But women
some
work
more than others. Of course, there are some women that work harder than men, and there are some men that work harder than the women. You understand? Really, yeah. So saying that this person is, nobody's going to give you a deal. Nobody's going to carry money for their brand and for their business and come and give it to you, Kimmy K, because they think you are sleeping with somebody.
I'm not.
I'm just you, but you get my point.
Yeah.
No, like, I don't want to call a brand's name. Pulse is not going to come out of its way to give you a PR deal.
Yeah.
Because they think that, Kimmy K is sleeping around, so she has money. No, you get deals because of how you align yourself.
Yeah.
Your management. You understand? People sometimes, influencers think that you can sit down in your house and deals will come knocking at your door. In many cases, that's not what happens. You actually have to pitch yourself, market yourself cheap. As such. You know,
it's very cheap to say that just because someone is
sleeping,
someone is this, it's cheap, and it waters down hard work. Yes, like I said, it can get you in a room to be, especially when a brand has been working for 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not beans.
Yeah.
And Nigerian brands that are not trusting. Nigerian brands are not trusting. Nigerian brands barely take risks. Yeah. So if you see an influencer / celebrity that one brand is working with 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, haba.
Let me be real. Sorry. Let me be real and say that men do have their struggles in the society.
Yes.
And I'm not a man, so I can't come out to say this and this and that is the struggles of men. But women take the larger portion of it because of the intense judgment that women will face. There is nothing a woman does and you will not see criticisms, judgments from the people around her, from the media, from the society. It's a lot to handle and deal with. It's not balanced.
I actually wanted to let you land here. I'm not the type to come and start arguing, woman is better than man is better than. But one thing I know is that, it's not easy for men, right? Meanwhile, I would always accept that these structures that make it difficult for men to exist in society were actually built by men, but it doesn't change the fact that men do suffer from this. The patriarchy isn't always beneficial to the man. Do you understand? Let me explain. So the patriarchy says, structures society in such a way that men are providers, right? And now that men are providers, men are now valued in respect to their providing ability. And all fingers are not equal, right? From a tender age, I've noticed that, this kind of pressure doesn't exactly come from my immediate nuclear family. But you hear things from like neighbors and outsiders, things like, oh, you are a man. You should start thinking, for like a man, provide. Start thinking as a provider, someone that's supposed to be a source of security and safety. And this pressure isn't ushered or given to grown men many a times. It starts. Pressure, to be honest. I have a problem with it.
I feel like everybody just has their own thing in life. And just really tag.
You're speaking because you're a man.
Director Tammy, my argument is that I feel like men get pressured, and when they can't handle that pressure, are mocked. Yeah, exactly. And we have a lot of men walking around the streets with haphazard mental states, but are told to chest it because they are men.
I agree.
I'm not saying that men have it easier or women have it easier, but one thing I'm saying is that as a man, I know that life as a man is not easy, and you will tell yourself it gets better as you get older. But I think the pressure worsens as you age. Because once you get married, you think, at least you have someone to share the thing with. The woman is coming to you and say, you're the one that's going to cater for all of my expenses, blah, 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 blah. You have children, you have to, it's more financial responsibility, more mental responsibility.
I disagree.
That's what I think about it.
I really do disagree.
I'm not saying women don't experience this. I'm just saying this is what men experience.
Okay. There's this narrative that men are providers. But if you look at a lot of Nigerian family, you realize that women are breadwinners and women are just as much providers in the family. And like you said, of course, there's pressure on men to like be men and handle like financial burdens. But that's
not
the
just
pressure.
Financial, like everything.
Let me just mention financial burdens. But that's the pressure on a responsible man. A man that actually does care. Because there are men who abandon their family while they are in their family and leave the woman to be the sole provider for the children. And other expenses in the home.
All right.
So because what I'm saying is that yes, there are pressures,
Yeah.
but men are allowed to abandon those pressures. They are allowed to abandon those responsibilities, and society will just be like, now
really,
man,
I disagree.
These are
I disagree.
Hey, there are lots of bad fathers out there.
Call them out.
Nobody calls them out.
No. Men
are allowed to be bad fathers.
To be bad fathers, bad boyfriends.
Women are not allowed to be bad mothers.
No.
That is a very strong word.
Because it's true.
Men don't really. Whilst I get what you're saying, like women, we have a community. Yes, men don't really have a community as such. Yes, there's mental illness issues. Yes, suicide.
The brotherhood is false.
Yes,
the bro code.
The bro code. I get that. That's true. But for 2 points, right? For a number of men that are able to achieve a lot of things, it's because a woman did a lot of things. BTS, he probably wouldn't have even been allowed or even had the capacity and the mind to go and run if she wasn't taking care of the back end. So to just say that, just like men, like a woman is usually integral or like very important in that form. And number two, with regards to being providers, we said something about men are providing. Really, you said a point that it's not just providing financially, but that's usually the example.
Yeah, fine.
That men get. So, what other example would you?
What do they bring to the table?
So before I answer your question, I wanted to say something. When I was saying that, when I was speaking about the whole providing thing, I wasn't exactly saying that it's like mutually exclusive, providing men. No, of course women provide. You know,
but that's the narrative that's out there that men are providers. But when you look at families, women are breadwinners, are more of breadwinners.
Let me explain.
One more thing, and I'm not going to say the person's name, but this is a public global incident that we just saw just now that was covered for years. Men don't call other men out on their BS.
That's PDD, yeah.
They don't. Men don't call other men out on their BS. The whole if you're like a bad boyfriend, a bad husband, a bad father. If men called men out on their BS, these things will improve, but they don't.
Snitch.
All right.
They snitch.
No, that's what we call. I'm not saying I'm supporting.
Exactly. You just proved my point.
No, I'm not telling you what it is.
You literally just proved
What
my
I'm
point.
saying, what I'm saying is that
Yeah.
we like to not accept in the world that there are roles to play. Every individual really has roles to play.
No, but
by who? Says who?
You just said my
Says
point.
who?
That's why there's
Bro, it's not fast,
masculine
bro.
spots and there's feminist
No, but you
spots. That's why
just said
there's
my
demarcation.
No, but you just said my point.
Yeah.
A human, you're male, another male is doing wrong.
I'm defining it. I'm not.
In your mind, you're snitching.
Yeah.
I can't.
I'm just defining what it's called. I'm not
So what I wanted to say is that that whole narrative that men are providers, right?
It's a lie.
Wait, let me explain.
Some men are providers.
My angle is that as a young boy, young girl, the boy is told that he is a provider.
Yeah.
It is something that is instilled on men at a tender age.
Yes.
How it materializes as they grow is different. But society often expects a man to, of course, women step up every single time
And some men do
provide. You understand?
well.
And of course,
that's a
do you get what I mean?
role-play
I'm not saying that women don't provide.
role-play thing.
I'm not saying women don't provide, but I'm just saying that when a woman provides, it's a good job she's providing. Yeah. When a man provides, it's like as opposed to what? Do you get what I mean? When a man provides in the family financially, he's physically present, he's always there for. It's like okay now, as you should.
No, but I think they should. No, but the thing about it though is, it's just like saying, okay, you're a child, you're a father or you're a mum, and you went to your child's parents' evening, or you picked. That's your job, though. So
I get it. I feel like,
but there's nothing wrong in saying thank you. Like I appreciate you, show appreciation. Because one thing I do think is important: show gratitude, even if it's your right. Don't be entitled. Cool, but
it's just like, let me bring up something. It's just like when women, like it's just the way a lot of men don't see house chores at actual jobs, and then they feel like, oh, are you not supposed to do it now? Are you not in the house?
When their wife then goes on a girls' trip, they're losing their mind. Like, oh my god, so it is what you've been doing all this time. So
that's what it is, though.
That's what it is.
It's gender, like there's something called gender role.
Which is bullshit.
It is not really.
So
It is
bullshit,
bro.
That will not allow me.
So your testosterone doesn't make you sweet.
Wait, I'm not like this.
Like
I'm not talking about basic things like house chores that independent
house
people are
chores
meant to
are
do.
not basic things.
With the gender roles thing, like in life, like there's always been like there's a natural feeling that we have. There's a still small voice that we have in us that tells us that this is what we're meant to do as we grow. This is how we are meant to live. Maybe society also adds to the knowledge of that thing. But what I'm saying is like there's always a woman can always be like the supporter. Okay, my man is running this thing. I can't decline now. We do restaurants. I don't want to embarrass my man. I give him money behind the scenes. There's nothing wrong with that. There's also nothing wrong with a man being a man and really just providing for the family. Leave my woman in the house. Let her be a housewife. If she likes doing influencership, she should put the tripod in front of her and just be there and look beautiful.
Tripod.
Like I don't mind that. You get what I mean? Like
So
like everybody has a role to play in life. Like
says
the
But
world.
you still haven't described gender. That just sounds like a
Says
caring
you.
couple.
Gender roles. Like
No, but
okay,
you
so
still have-
Can I give me an example of
Yeah,
this
because
roles
that just sounds
that you
like
think
a
that
couple
you
that
think-
care about each other and love each
so
other.
what
what
are
role
they
do you
saying?
think? So what role do you think the woman plays that the man shouldn't?
I'm not saying
play?
shouldn't.
Oh, okay. What are
That
you
naturally just comes out
Naturally
from
by
them.
who?
Like a woman is a
Naturally.
natural carer.
That's not true.
Like it's natural. She's
That
naturally
is
more
not true. That's
emotional
a
than a
lie.
man is.
Hey!
So why do you disagree with her? Why do you disagree with her?
I don't.
So why do you disagree with women being natural caregivers? Why
Like
do you-
a woman will support your backbone. A man will be. It's just
She
how
will
it
support
is.
your backbone. These are all lies.
Okay, so
made up
It's
by.
okay,
I want
it's
her to
just
say- I want her to
society,
say
man.
why-
Like,
I don't
that's
really
what-
want to expand because I feel like these are all lies. These are all things
I'm
that
a
are
bit
just told to us
confused.
so that we
Why?
continue to follow a certain
threat?
trend in the society. I feel like I
Propaganda.
think I'm realizing that society doesn't really like to evolve. I feel like a lot of people are against the evolution
I'm
because you
not
cannot
talking
say
Your
that
feelings, though. I'm not talking on society. I'm talking about how I feel. as a
how you
person.
feel
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
person,
As
but
a
that's
man,
not facts.
It doesn't need to be.
Okay,
It's
so
my
let
opinion
me
at the
even
same
bring it
time,
up.
like-
Why does the
so
woman have to hide to
confused.
give you the money, though?
She doesn't
And why
need to. I'm
can't
not
why
gonna-
can't she just bring out our card and say, okay, I'm the
Swipe,
one
baby.
paying for
Baby,
the
do
meal
that.
now?
Baby, do that.
Baby,
I don't
do
have
that.
a problem.
Why can't she be the one?
I don't have a problem, man.
Why
Like,
do you say
Okay,
why
so
does she
why-
have to
maybe
hide?
that's just my
Okay,
definition.
so
the
why
first
I'm
time.
confused is I've asked
Okay.
you what is a gender role, and all you've described is just two sensible adults that love each other,
Okay.
not gender. So for me, I think it's fantastic. It's beautiful to have a man who looks after you, who supports you. I love being in my feminine. That's all fantastic. That's just a functioning adult. I love, respect my man. You still haven't said what is a gender role.
You say something about I love being in my feminine energy.
Okay.
So like everybody, I feel like
So
I've defined this thing multiple times.
But,
like,
feminine,
But it's still
that's
not
when-
real, though.
But that's when, and that's why I asked you, because that's when you water down what it means to be feminine. To be feminine is deep. It has nothing to do with cooking, with cleaning. It is a mind thing. Do you know what it means to be feminine? A lot of like being feminine, it is not about that. It's mind, it's support, it's love, it's courage. Anyone can speak.
I'm not saying it's
Anyone
cleaning,
can cook. Even in some marriages, some men actually enjoy cooking more than women.
I love
They can
to
actually cook
Women
better.
are not natural caregivers.
It has nothing to do
It's
with
a lie.
anything. So if you're a woman, that's what I said this in the beginning, not every woman wakes up and says, I want to be a mum. It isn't natural to every woman. Not every woman wants to be married. That's fine. So to just think that like it's absolute and it's one paint for everyone is very wrong.
All right.
We learn every day.
So we
real.
But you're allowed to have you're allowed
allowed
to
to
have
disagree.
your you're allowed to have
Yeah,
your
real.
you're allowed to have your own
All
opinion.
right, so quickly, yeah. Today we had a conversation in the office, right? And someone, a man, said, why is that when women give birth? Sorry. So why is that when women give birth, get married, give birth, nursing mothers, they stop looking peng. You know, so they stop taking care of themselves. In his words, actually, they stop taking care of themselves. Stop paying attention to like, you know, how they present. They just want to, okay, this is my kid. This is a new phase of my life, and they don't remain the same women they were before giving birth. Mm-hmm. What do you have to say about that whole story? I don't even know how I narrated it.
So for me, I just feel like this is so shallow. Why is this so shallow? Because you met her, she was young, she was younger, she could still be young, doing her thing. She's just had a whole human being or 2 or 3 or 4. She has to cater for the family as per African culture.
Caregiver.
Right, caregiver. If you are going to say, I mean, everyone should have their own self-esteem. Some people have post like having a child, they have depression,
yes.
they have to go through issues. And some women, they have an out, like thinking, what happened to my body? Is changing. These are mental issues that women have to go through. So to just jump and be like, yes, now I'm going to be snatched in 2.5 seconds is crazy to me. And then also as well, right? If you're a man and you have all these standards and the wife must do this and the wife must be snatched, you have to create an environment conducive for her to do that. You want her to work 9 to 9. You want her to as you said, sweep. You want her to do all these do all these chores, and you want her to be snatched and have facelifts and injections. No, so I feel like if you're gonna be that, like it costs to be the boss. If you want to do them, fine. Then fine. It costs to be the boss. But if you're a guy, your wife is always every Friday she has appointment for spa, nails is done. There's a cook, cleaner, a chef, a driver,
a nanny,
a gym instructor. Then he can say, yeah, babe, like how far? Like what happened?
Going on?
Fine. So he should check himself before asking such questions.
The truth is, pregnancy is a life-threatening condition. Women literally lose their lives while trying to bring a life into this world. And any man who doesn't understand that, who feels like a woman can go through that condition and remain the same, it's just wicked. It's just really, really wicked. And I think a lot of women are married to their enemies who want them to die. Because you cannot expect a woman to push out a baby from her vagina, have to take care of that baby to an extent, and still keep up with looking good and looking nice when she's literally losing her lives. That's just wicked, man. It's just wicked.
Gender role. Bro, okay, you said like she's pushing out, she's doing something, and somebody is there to support her after that.
Not everyone.
So he has. That's what his role as a man to do. Support your woman as she has given birth. Take care of her. Make sure the cook is there. Make sure the gym instructor is there. That's gender role. Simple and short.
Gender role.
Is that not gender role?
No, but I mean, yes, a female gives birth, but that's not what you.
Bro, if you want your woman to look good after pregnancy, book her that BBL. All this long talk is just
show the workings. Show the workings, please.
My God!
You cannot be operating on low money. Your bag is low, workings, and you want your babe to be looking like the girls on Instagram. Be real now.
So who's taking care of? Okay.
So what?
So who's going to take care of when she's giving birth?
What?
After she has given birth, who's going to take care? She's not taking care of herself. Her man is meant to take care of her. Abi?
He's not the one that went through 9 months of life-threatening condition. You don't understand that. You don't get it.
All right. So what I want to say, what I want to say to conclude, because I feel like we'll keep going on and on as gender roles will be thrown in the air. Anyways, what I think is, it's sort of evil to expect someone to go through a life-changing
postpartum and everything.
Life change. If I'm going to be honest, if I was a woman with a womb, I would not give birth. I don't think it's personally. I would not do that because I've seen pregnancy. I have been in a labor, the ward where women push babies, and the screams I heard as a man, I would not do that. So I feel like it's really insane to expect women to go through pregnancy. Sometimes rough pregnancies.
Yeah.
Rough, the child don't come out and it's still rough. You don't, after 9 months, you've pushed out the baby and the baby comes out with one condition or the other, and you don't expect them to be Instagram buddies. It's unfair.
Yeah, it's quite.
When their nose are like ×2, their head is like
their head is bigger.
Their color of their skin
some
changes.
Women even have it
bleeding,
the good way.
they get
What's
dark.
her name? Kiki Palmer, after her pregnancy, came out to say that, she likes her new baby body.
Some women,
but that's not everybody's
because Kiki Palmer is a superstar with access to so many amenities. We're talking about these random women. You, a random man, probably driving a keke on the street, and you want no. I'm just saying the realities of everyone. Now, not everyone, like you said, not all fingers are equal. Why would a keke man?
No, but guess
why would a keke man want his wife to be a baddie?
No, but guess what? The irony is
keke man is not that baddie again. I'm confused.
But the irony,
money up.
The irony though is that those kind of men like that are usually the ones with these high, tall demands.
Yeah,
and then the men that have everything are so encouraging and like, oh yeah, it's the one that's in the That's like, yeah. Have you not seen Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, I think differently. I agree with you.
All right, let's move on to trending topics. This week has been, quite eventful in Nigeria. First of all, there were a lot of conversations about us changing the national anthem back to the one we had at independence. And right now, we have a new national anthem. By the time this video is out, we have a new national anthem.
Yeah.
What do we think about that? So I want to say something here. This national anthem, I feel like this decision we have gone 5,000 steps backwards. And this is why. The reason is, this national anthem was not written by a Nigerian. In my opinion, does not capture the Nigerian spirit. It was written by a white British woman. We are reciting an anthem that was written by our colonial masters, quote unquote. In 2024, it makes no sense. And the country is, I don't want to, because these guys can come and start saying they'll throw me inside prison now for my own opinion. So let me just be very careful, right? These guys have done little to nothing to ameliorate the living conditions of Nigerians. Yeah. So I'm wondering what is the rationale behind changing the national anthem? What is wrong with the one we had? It's not like we even see it every day. So why are we changing the national anthem? Because fuel prices is through the roof. Yep. Bread don't cost. If you want to buy tomatoes, in the market for the average Nigerian, and the average Nigerian is poor. So don't be saying, if I'm saying average, I don't think I'm talking about middle class people. We don't even have middle class. You're either rich or you're poor in this country. So the average man, if he wants to buy tomatoes for 1,500 naira, he's buying like 5. And that cannot cook stew.
For a family.
5K only cook soup again. Do you get what I mean? Why did they sit down? They came out of their government-sponsored Prado jeeps, sat down in really expensive chairs and said, the problem is our national anthem. Maybe if we are singing a different song, our dollar will drop, naira will increase. I don't get it.
Tinubu knows how to trend. He's an influencer. So.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel sometimes just bring up things and just say, let me trend this week and see what's Nigeria.
On his mandate, we shall stand.
Whose mandate, please?
What do you think?
You
have no word.
I actually can't.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations to every single Nigerian. We have the best president in the world. And I think that with this new national anthem change, I think fuel prices are going to reduce.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I think that the roads are going to be fixed.
Hallelujah.
I think that
security.
1 kilo of turkey is going to move from 6.5 to like 2,000 naira.
2,000 is expensive. To drop to 500 naira.
500 naira. I think things are changing.
Yes,
because even in the uni, I think the educational system has
better.
Improved.
Yeah,
and I just want to say thank
you
you to President Tinubu. You have really 1 year.
You've done amazing.
You've done well. Yeah. We're so proud of you. We can't even imagine having any other president aside you. Yeah, thank you very much.
Now our
and to everyone who voted, thank you.
We did well.
Thank you. This
On the mandate
is
we are standing.
A good decision. We're happy.
We are very happy.
I'm a happy Nigerian.
Because,
I'm proud of my president.
If you sing the new national anthem, you feel some sort of happiness.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good thing. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Nonsense. Anyways, moving past the national anthem, it's been 1 year since we got a president.
Yeah.
What do we think?
Disastrous. The quality of lives of everyday Nigerians have reduced drastically.
I like how Mel is just nodding.
You know why?
I like how she just smile and react. All right, let's talk.
I think with this presidency, the Nigerian spirit has been crushed. And when you think that we can't go any lower, they're digging us down way past hell. And it's sad. It's really, really sad, especially as young Nigerians. You start to think that what's the future for us?
For you,
what are we supposed to do with our lives in a system that doesn't provide and cater to us? And I don't know. People are saying we're going to remove this man in 2027. So that's how many more years to go. I don't know, disastrous. It makes me sad because when you go on the streets these days, people are begging, and I'm scared that it will get to a point where people are gonna pull up guns and be like, "You must give me money." At night, I can't sleep because we're gonna hear at 3 a.m. Ole. You don't run, catch him, and it's real because people are hungry. When people are hungry, what happens? Crime increases. So, like I said, congratulations to everyone who brought this presidency into power. We're very
appreciative.
We're very appreciative.
So what I'm gonna say is that I feel like it's been 1 year. It feels like 3, right? Things are getting worse for the average person, right? Things are getting worse, and I even want to throw this average person conversation here because I feel like even the rich, you don't touch them.
They don't cry.
Things have gotten so bad that everybody we are feeling it.
Cry.
You understand? We're feeling it. Everybody's touching everybody because we are all. You are rich. You're coming out of Ikoyi. I'm coming out from Ajegunle. We'll still meet in the same filling station. You understand? I'm buy for the same price.
Yeah.
It may affect your bank account differently, but it's affecting you, right? So I'm just saying that it cannot be that difficult to rule a country. It cannot be so difficult to rule a country such that everything you do just has an adverse negative effect on the people, right? First, when I was in uni, we were like, oh, we're gonna get loans. Now they've pushed the loans, we're not getting it again. People who go to school, people don't have jobs. People that have jobs can barely survive in that job. Minimum wage, I'm hearing is they're trying to move it to 75,000 naira. 75,000 naira in 2024 is ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Because this same Lagos people are spending that 75,000 naira for, it cannot even buy you a wig. Like
a very wig.
Like I'm not saying wig is the most important thing in the market, just an example. But that's how low minimum wage is.
Yeah.
The government has a lot to do. And unfortunately, I'm not looking forward to how well they would perform. Because in 1 year, I know you're not a magician. I know it's not abracadabra and things will change. But I'm not seeing any step in the right direction. All I'm saying is new national anthem.
The effect of
Chelsea,
this Tinubu administration is going to be felt for years to come. And like you said, we've taken 5,000 steps back. How do we even progress as Nigerians? Is it and we cannot all leave the country? It's not possible.
Jackpot.
It's not possible.
Because even this jackpot thing that people say, oh, that's the next jackpot is now cost. It's now expensive. And some people are not even giving you visa. So if you don't even have the money to jackpot, you cannot even still go anywhere.
Imagine Nigerians going to do slave works in other African countries. You
can go from Ebola in Lagos to a cleaner in a nightclub in London.
All because you want to survive.
That's how it is. Anyways, let's move on to rather, it's depressing, Sha. But is it depressing though? It's not. So a friend of the family, she's been on the show. She's been on the show a couple times. Yeah. Seda Bodge is in the news, right? She's everywhere, every blog. She's like the flavor of the month, really. And she came out and said that there are certain standards she sets even for her talking stage. One thing she said that really stuck with me is that her talking stages don't last 1 day because as you are entering, in her words, as you enter, I just they bill you. For a man to gain her interest or, get to that point where she could think about doing something sexual with them, it go don't drop like 20 million naira. And like everybody was dragging her. What do we think? I mean, we are no strangers to the ideologies of Seda Bodge. So what do we think about everything she said?
Well, if you want to have sex for money, have fun, I don't think it's the right thing to be preaching to the world. But if you really want to have sex for money, I don't think I judge anybody.
I don't think she's saying she has sex for money.
She said talking stage.
Talking stage. I don't think that's what she said.
Can't pay you want to just talk with her.
Can't pay you want to get familiarized.
Say open leg.
No, just like hi, Seja, pum.
Yes, I thought she open any leg for you. Don't spend past 20 M. That's what she's saying.
That's transactional. That's not love. So it's just
love.
I don't think say that.
In this Lagos.
That's wrong. I don't like to say it's wrong. It's
so my own is that I feel like Nigerians, we tend to make a lot of people famous unnecessarily.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I don't think Seda Bodge is to be taken seriously.
Okay, fair.
Of course, I disagree with the things she says, and I've expressed it several times on the podcast. I don't agree with things she says, but I've gotten to a point that let sleeping dogs lie. She's not a dog, because I know how you guys like to toss it in the comments. Like, I like to it's an expression. Like, let sleeping dogs lie. Let her, if you are talking to nobody, you will stop. Because every time she said she's in the news, she's saying the same thing and is standing on business. Leave her alone. if you realize that you go a controversial route, and nobody send you go shut up.
She's not that brilliant.
Haba, that's not haba.
For her to get like the attention of so many people on her,
it takes brilliance.
It is brilliance. And like you said, Nigerians be giving attention to the most random people. If you genuinely feel like, who be this babe? She's irrelevant. She's
Ignore
this. Then
her.
don't pay attention to her. That's how the likes of Daniel Riga and Co blew up. People say that Daniel Riga's opinions are trash. I don't think so. But you keep giving this man attention and he keeps blowing up. So what then do you expect?
More people will come out.
If you think someone is saying trash, if you think someone is saying this and that, then why are you so worked up over their opinion? Ignore and let us go. Like I don't even care about the babe because it's not affecting my bank account.
I genuinely I don't take her seriously
it's not affecting
at all.
the price of fueling. It's not it's not that serious.
I have nothing to say.
Be like her. Be like Mel. Have nothing to say because it doesn't affect you personally.
I have nothing to say.
If any man wants to give her 20M, it's not our money. It's not us. It doesn't consign us.
Nothing on the topic. Just women to just listen to women that have a bit more depth. That's all I have to say.
I say with one wisdom. She uses better words.
That's it. Like just I have nothing to say on it.
My own is that because she claims to be feminist, right? I'm of course I'm a man. I can't really say what is and what isn't feminism, but that is not feminism, right?
If she's feminist, then she's feminist.
She tends to speak of herself. She just speak of herself like a commodity. Something you can purchase, right? Which I don't see sense in, right? Or you for you to have a talking stage with me, you have to get 20 million naira. I mean,
what kind of talk is that?
if I can get 20 million naira for talking stage, I'll be doing so. Let me never lie.
Female privilege.
Well, hey.
Well, it's true that people really looking for true love these days, man. Like when we start bringing.
Are you looking for true love?
Yeah, bro. Like I would love to have true love. I'd love to know what it feels like.
You've never been loved for it before?
I was, but still.
That is you.
Sorry, you were not man enough.
Oh, for sure. And the way you screamed, it proved it.
Please, I don't think so. I'm a very manly man. Please, thank you.
Allegedly. Anyways.
You can't say allegedly, please. Before you end the show, correct yourself. I'm a manly man. Thank you.
If you insist.
Okay.
All right, guys, we've come to the end of another spectacular episode of Paul's Hot Takes. Please do stream us on all streaming platforms. Subscribe, like, leave a nice comment, because if the comment is not nice, I'll be there to drag you back. All right, guys, if you want to join the show, if you want to be like Director Tam and, come and join and grace us with your presence, please do leave us a DM on our social media platforms and we will get across to you and tell you, what to do, basically. All right, from all of us in the studio, we're saying what? Bye.